the show, everyone. I am so excited about networking with everybody out there. We're going to have a lot of fun today. If I can talk. My first guest is Paul Borins. Paul, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Oh, we're in the precious metals business and rare coins, paper money, and we're now about to bring jewelry into it. We have a site on eBay, we have a website, and we are happy to try to buy or sell your coins and paper money, or help put a collection together, or just help you know what you got, so you can maybe split it up in a fair way to distribute to your family members, so one gets no better a deal than the other.
I hate when this happens. So you know when something flies in the back of your throat,
Yep.
That's what just happened. So
Did you catch the
just
fly?
as yeah.
Was it tasty?
It was actually. I've had that happen on the show. We have Paul Borins, and Paul, you have all this wonderful stuff with you here.
Yeah.
We are live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show, and everybody that's on Facebook can actually watch us in here live doing this show right now. Just put Networking Arizona in there, and it's really cool. You'll be able to see all this really neat stuff that we have. Paul, I know that you are, the last time that you were on, there's so many people are interested in, precious metals right now. Why? Because the market's crazy, and when that happens, what happens to precious metals?
Right now, silver, as we speak, is trading at $29.74 an ounce, which is pretty well before the Hunt Brothers run to 50. Is an all-time high for many, many years. When silver starts to run this way, one of two things happen. Either people start to try to unload because they think it's going to come back down, as it did last time. It hit 29 and change, came back all the way to 26 rather quickly, and then it decided, oh no, let's go back up there. With what's happening in the world, we can take many shows to go over it, but if one is betting the over or the under, I would bet that silver will go up significantly before it comes down. Though a $1 or $2 swing is just normal. That can be happen in one day.
I want you to tell everybody what makes you an aficionado. That's my word.
An aficionado.
Yeah.
Cute word.
It's a cool
Can you
word.
explain it to me?
That you are so experienced in precious metals. You've been doing this how long?
So I think when I was born, it sort of started. I told you the story about how I started into coins, with my mother giving me a gift that went through many cycles, that ended up turning into a gold coin, turning into a pen, and then getting back my nickel. But each time it became worth more than the time before. People who collect these have different reasons for having it. The person is just a true collector, loves it, and gets a pattern and tries to fill the book with whatever it's missing until that book is filled, and then goes on to another one. And then there's the gambler who comes in there and says, hey, it's going up so fast, it's time for me to buy a whole bunch more because I'm going to make a ton of money. They're wrong, because if you want to do that, go to the stock exchange and buy yourself some call options and don't pay the premiums, and you can get in and out on a second's notice, and you'll either get your ass booted or you're going to be a very happy person. But that's for the gambler. For the person who wants to protect themselves on a long-term basis, they should rather try to buy it and not think of selling it, just because next time it might be $5 cheaper, then 2 months later, $10 more.
Listen up, everyone. We're going to open up the lines to the audience right now, and everyone gets to call throughout the rest of the show. You're going to do a giveaway. You've done this before.
Yep.
Tell them what you're doing.
Well, you got a choice here. You can either tell me your year of birth, and I will go back to our office and try to find something from the year of your birth, and if I can't, then you get a silver ounce of silver because of my inability to find your year of birth. I hope you're not born in like 1902.
Maybe those people are not around anymore. But anyway, go ahead.
And if you like paper money, this here is a Canadian $1 bill. The star in front is a replacement note. Truth is, I don't know how much it's worth without looking it up in the books. But if I were to guess, some of them are in better condition than others, but they probably go anywhere between $5 to $25 a piece, unless you have one of the rare signatures and that becomes a lot more complicated to understand, but I can gladly teach you if this is an area that you wish to go.
We are going to leave our lines open here for everyone to call throughout the rest of the show. I just want to show people on Facebook what this looked like. These are paper money. This is a Canadian
Yeah.
paper money. Do I have that one right? No,
Yeah,
I've got to turn it around.
do you see
Okay.
the star there? Does one have the star? Let me just
Well,
see.
turn it around and I'll see it.
Okay. No, this one is not one with the star.
This is the star one.
Yeah, the star, that's a replacement note.
Okay, so this one is the replacement note. You can see it on Facebook at Networking Arizona. The cool thing is that this show is visual as well, but we're gonna leave our lines open here, and what we wanna do is we're gonna have everyone call in, and I'm just gonna do it this way. I'm gonna make your life easy.
I like easy.
So just tell us your date of birth, number one. That's gonna be the easiest thing.
March
You call in-
14th, 1955, if you throw that in, you may get a little extra.
Wow, so if you tell him that his birthday, you even get more.
Yeah.
But call us here at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You like for people to email you. They
Yes.
get on an email list of getting all sorts of information about coins, and if you're, not just coins, but precious
What
metals
we're
and all
gonna
sorts of
do-
things.
We haven't done one yet, but we're gonna put offers out to people so they can see if they wanna buy 10 ounces, 20 ounces, different types, 1 ounce bars, 100 ounce bars. We'll offer it in gold, we'll offer it in silver, we'll offer it in rounds, and give people choices of how they can have silver purchased. And we'll put a buy and sell price on them, so if you have one and you wanna sell, we'll tell you what we'll pay for it.
Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100, and we're letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show. You also have somebody with you. I thought maybe you should introduce. We have Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. You want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
I help Paul with PB Coins. We sell on eBay, and I help take photos, help administer the website, and just help Paul in an overall general way.
So you're in the office.
Yeah,
He has a lot of stuff.
a lot of
A
stuff.
lot of stuff. And he has a lot of cool stuff.
A lot of
That's
stuff.
worth a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Right?
I wouldn't, we don't try to keep large inventory in the office because we don't want to attract somebody who comes for the wrong reason.
Well, that's for sure. But what
But-
I meant by that is this. You help people,
Yeah,
right? They can get involved many ways, whether or not it's just that you want to do it for fun, but also you have ways of helping people, even if they already have coins, you can show them how they can certify their coins and
Yep.
protect them and help them make even more money on the coins they even already have.
that is true.
Let's talk about that.
Okay,
Go ahead.
let's just say you have a bag full of coins that you got from your grandparents. Some are silver, some are gold, some are you don't know what they are. Now, you bring these in, we'll sit there and we'll look through them. Most of them we should be able to recognize just by immediate sight and give you an idea of what the potential value range is.
We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk further. And
Okay.
it's going to be fun because we're going to leave our lines open here for everyone to get, call in and tell us your birthday. I think that's what we're going to
Yeah.
start. And tell them really quickly what they get, real quick.
Well, when I know your birthday, I don't really know what you're going to get. It might be a mint set from Great Britain, it could be a proof set from Canada, it could be one from the United States, it could be a silver dollar, a nickel dollar. Depends on your year of birth.
So call in here. Our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free is 1-866-536-1100. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute. We're going to keep on going live in here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what else do you want to talk about? Because we're live on Facebook right now.
Hi Facebook, how you doing?
Tell me about these that you want to show that you have on Facebook right now.
Basically, this is a British sovereign. It's hard for me to hold
I'll hold it
anything
for you.
right now because
You want me to hold it up? I'll hold it.
that didn't help it
There we
any.
go.
There's 0.235 ounces of gold in that coin. Basically, you'll buy, if you want to buy those, quantity makes a big difference. But if you're just buying one, it would probably be around 5% over the melt of whatever gold is trading for times 0.2354, because that's the amount of gold in the coin. And you pay a premium of 5%. But if you wanted to buy 20 or 30 of them, then you'd probably go down to 2%. So in between.
And you like people that buy in bulk.
I like people to buy what they can afford.
Okay, so tell me about that.
Well, some people have endless supplies of money, and they buy endless supplies of gold. They usually start off with silver, and then when they realize how much silver you get for the money you spend, you start to say, what do I do with all this? It's so heavy. And then they start to move to platinum or gold, because those two products, one little guy like this can cost you $2,500.
But what I want to do
Yeah.
is explain to them when you are having them purchase things that they're holding on to, they're tangible, okay?
They
And
are.
that's really important. A lot of people, there's 800 numbers, all those things that you can do where it's not, you don't even know where their money's going, right? I think what's great about you is you're local, you're here, they can talk to you, you're gonna educate them, that's what you're all about, is really the education part
And
of
if we
it.
get enough people to start to do it, maybe once a month we'll have a coin club and people can come in and show us their
Fun.
things, and it's not necessarily about buying, it's about educating. Because I do have a pretty good library. A lot of it's in Canada, but when I go back, I'm gonna ship this library up here. Like I have the original Speaks catalogs from 1897, going all the way up into the 60s, complete. So that one little set of catalogs is a very unique one, and a very sophisticated dealer is required, or client, to be able to understand what's in these books.
We're gonna go on backline real quickly.
Okay. Are we still going here? Are we still talking here? Because we see an arm up there saying,
Yeah, he's
three,
gonna-
two,
he's-
one.
Yeah, he's gonna do it any second.
And you end up having allergies, and really it's a pain. The other thing is, if there's something you're looking for in particular, I have a show this weekend I'm going into, and if I don't have it, I can possibly find it for you.
So welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Paul Borins. He's the owner of PB Coins. And at the break, we were talking to Facebook land out there. And what I said, which I truly believe, is it's awesome that we have you here. You are you're local. You're somebody here that they can talk to, and even if it's online, where they can really get that education from you as to even take what you might already have and make it even worth more money than it might be already. Paul is having a drink of water.
It's
So hold
delicious.
on.
Would you like to? I'd love to share.
Okay, I want to talk about the certified cases that you talk about, people that they can certify their coins. Go ahead.
Well, unless the coin has a value, in my mind, of a couple $100s, it doesn't pay to put it in, because they can be expensive depending on which company you use, and how fast you want it to turn around, and the number of coins that you're certifying. So basically, if it's a coin that's worth a couple $100, yes, because I would consider strongly certifying those. But if they're only worth $5 or $10, like the coins that I have here that I'm giving away, they should not have been certified. You know, if someone gives it to their grandchild and they nick it, the amount that's going to drop in value is not very much.
Paul, so I want to ask you something. Let's say somebody calls you up right now. They got some coins from, or they've had them in their, garage, or they've had them for a really long time, and you can look at them and kind of help them know what they have.
Yes, I can, and don't you dare polish or clean them.
Okay.
If you decide to put a little silver polish on them, you're bringing them down in their value as much as 90%.
So you don't want to touch them like that. You just
Yeah.
want to leave them as is, and you can talk to Paul. He would love for everybody to get in touch with him through his email, which is pbcoins, the number 4me @yahoo.com. Or I say call in here. This is the easiest way to get connected with him, because he's going to give you a special gift from the year of when you were born. So all you have to do is call us here at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. We're letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Tell us your birthday. You're going to get a special, well, it's a precious metal gift.
Well, it might not be metal.
Might be.
It might be a copper coin. It could be a nickel coin. It could be paper money. Basically, I always think it's kind of neat to have something from when you're born, and that all you have to do is give me an address to ship it to with a name, and I'll be glad to send you one.
I want to ask you about how fast the market is changing the price of metal today,
Well, today, I think silver was up $1,
which is a lot.
which is a lot, and yeah, $1.04 for silver. Gold is up, come on, you can do it, $29. Platinum is up $27. Palladium, which I don't carry, but I'm sure I can get, is up $27. Basically, when I buy those things on gold, depending on if you have a motivated seller to me or one who's not, there's about a $30 to $40 premium of what I have to pay to get the product for gold, and I charge between 2 and 3%, depending on how much the overall product cost and how large of an order you have.
The last time you were on, you explained to people that you're really not trying to make tons of money here. You're trying to help people. You want them. You make a little bit of a profit, but you're not. You don't try and go exorbitantly high because you're trying to help people out there.
Well, the other thing is there's only so much a person will pay for a premium of a coin, but if you think about it, when you sell your house, you pay 5 to 6% of a sale price. Here we're talking about between 2 and 3% on something that's under $10,000 in all likelihood.
What is the most rare coin you have?
Had or have?
Either way.
I had a 1908 specimen 67 sovereign from Canada that I paid $25,000 for and sold for $35,000 the next day.
That's awesome. So people don't realize. There's some people say, "Well, that's I don't."
But I wouldn't have bought something like that from a general public. That was from a dealer to a dealer.
Okay. What about the
If
general public?
public, I would say, because it's an expensive coin, can't necessarily place it all that fast. I'll be glad to take 3%.
So for people out there that are like, we talked about them before. There's the enthusiasts,
Yeah.
right? There's people out there that are really into buying this for your portfolio, right? And you can help people that are investors.
Yeah.
You can help them find things for them and also help them sell. You said that before you came on. You want to buy and sell for people. Go ahead.
People who will trust me to get them as most money that we can is the person I'm charging the least amount of money to do. If you walk in and say, here's a table full, I want the cash, or I want it now, other than taking your ID to make sure that it's yours who's selling it to me, you're not going to get as good a deal because I got to put up cash, and there's a good chance over half of it I won't be able to sell immediately. So you need to protect yourself. Like in the old days when silver was going crazy, the dealers had a much bigger span on what they pay because they'd send the coins to the refiners, and what would normally take 2 or 3 days to get the money back from a refiner, as it gets buried with numerous amounts of people trying to liquidate, the spreads may go up as much as 25%.
I want to talk about your email that you're going to be sending out to people that we talked about the last time that you were on also, that is going to have your specials that you have.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many ways to get in touch with you and to work with you, but you like them to connect with you through email so they can get on that list and find out kind of what you have and what they're looking for, kind of talk to you a little bit.
Well, think of it like if you read a coin paper, and the dealers, they usually put a list of a full page of everything that they're offering. And some of them are full retail, some of them are very cheap, and everywhere in between. We're going to put something like that together and send it out probably on a monthly basis to the collectors once we have enough collectors to start servicing it.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave our lines open here for everyone to get. All you have to do is call us with your birth date. That's what he wants, your birth year, so he can find something special from your year that he's going to then send to you.
And I'd ask you if you speak to us now, that you will send a follow-up email to the PB Coins for me at rogers.com so that we have a record of what we said we'll do.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give out our phone number, and that's 602-277-5369. Call in, tell us your date of birth. What is your favorite form of metal? Which one do you like best? Gold, silver, platinum?
I love them all.
Well, of course, so do I.
I would say gold is my favorite of the three because it carries the most weight and is most recognized by most people.
What is better, platinum or gold?
Well, platinum used to be worth more than gold, and now it's half the price of gold or less. So it depends on what happens in the world and why people have it and what use the metal might be for.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back in history, gold has been around since before Christ as a means of trade and an understanding of value, but so were diamonds. So anything that's a collectible that you can acknowledge and recognize what it is, if there's a failure in the monetary system, you'll at least have some form of barter and that's why a lot of people buy smaller portions of the metals.
Mhm.
And they split it up that's why this 1/10 ounce becomes valuable, or you pay a higher premium, and something like this, which is a sovereign, they're recognized by many people who've traded them and know what they are. And I'm being tapped, so it looks like my time is up.
No, not just yet. I just want them to hear you out there in the radio land, okay? Go ahead.
Basically, I believe people should have a mixture of everything and divide it up in an equal manner, because you don't want to necessarily only have a 1 ounce gold bar to barter with if the world comes to that. It'd be nice to have some dimes that have 0.0072 ounces versus of silver, so the one coin could be worth $2.50 to $3 worth of silver, and instead of having it worth $500 for a piece of gold or $3,000.
Definitely diversification is really
Yeah.
important in people's
And I
portfolio.
would help you figure out, based on your budget, how to approach it.
Now, he would love for you to email him, which is pbcoins, the number 4, me@yahoo.com.
Yes,
But
thank
what
you.
we're gonna do is we're just gonna leave our lines open here for everyone to call throughout the rest of the show. Tell us your birthday. That's what he wants to do, and he's gonna give you something special from the year that you were born. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100.